Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I did something, didn't talk to you about it, did it for a full 10 days. You had no idea I was doing it. And that was trying the Prove It Drink Ketones Challenge. Okay, I have a lot of opinions on this. Some may be popular, some may be unpopular. But if you want to know how the challenge went and what I think about these, my true honest opinion, then keep on watching. First thing I want to tell you is that one thing you will not see in this video is going to be a link in the description box to how to purchase these. I don't want that to cloud my honest opinion on how I felt when I was taking these. I did buy them from a promoter on TikTok. Now, full disclosure, I have had to try a couple of these before, but not in any sort of regular sense of using them. I did have a subscriber send them to me and they tasted amazing. I love the taste of them, and that's what made me think, okay, I'm gonna try it for a full 10 days because I feel like that's when you really get the full benefits of them. The few that was sent to me, that's, like I said, that's what made me buy these. I wouldn't have spent the money on these if I hadn't had the chance to at least try the other ones and see how they taste. And because that's a big thing. I mean, if you're gonna be drinking them every day, you want to know that they taste good. And to me, yes, they did. Those ones that was sent to me did taste very good. So I decided to pick up the 10-day challenge. It was on sale. It sucked me in, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna do this. And I wanted to do it behind the scenes, just so I could not have my opinions clouded by if I was mentioning it every day in my videos. I didn't want comments and then me starting second guessing my own feelings about them. I wanted it to be my true, honest experience, and that's what this is. I have some notes over here because I did kind of keep notes every day on how I was feeling. I did weigh every day so I could see what the progress was. But first, let's talk about, what we always talk about: ketones and ketosis. These ketones, these are exogenous ketones. They are supposed to put you in ketosis. So what exactly is ketosis? So I have it written down so I can, articulate it in the best way. So ketosis is when our body burns ketones for fuel, and these ketones are created naturally in our body via a process called ketogenesis. So, by eating foods that don't spike your blood sugar, eating foods that we always say, that's not keto, that's not keto. Well, what people mean by that is that's a food or a product that typically would not keep you in ketosis. The reason why there's testing out there that you can test your blood, with the ketone strips and those little meters, is to see if your body will stay in ketosis when you're eating certain things. Everybody is different, and that's why there's these arguments a lot of times in the comments where people's like, well, I can eat those and stay in ketosis. Okay, great. Some people can eat things and stay in. Some people get knocked out easy. Some people can eat a perfect everything keto friendly and never be in ketosis. So everybody is different. You just have to find out what works for you. Now, exogenous ketones, which is what these are, they are ketone bodies that are not made naturally in the body. They are typically ingested in the form of ketone salts, which are the main ingredients in the Prove It products. Now, here are the claims and benefits. So we're going to start with this, and then I will kind of give you my day-to-day experience, and then we'll go back to, did all of these things happen? So the claims of increased fat burning, which is what happens when you get into ketosis. Naturally, your body is burning fat. Improved focus, mental clarity, increased energy, better mood, appetite suppression, decreased inflammation, better sleep, improvement in athletic performance. And so I don't have weight loss on that list, because when you go to actually the Prove It website and you go to actual credible websites, they don't mention weight loss. And I think it's just because it's about the fat burning. You can lose fat without losing weight on the scale. We all know that. We all know that's why they say measure, because fat, as it's leaving your body, isn't necessarily going to be reflected on the scale, because you may be bloated. Who knows? There could be all kinds of things why the scale's not moving. That's why they say measure. So that's why I don't have it on here, because that doesn't seem to be the main claim. That is the claim of some people, some of the promoters that you see out there on TikTok and maybe on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube on these. I've mainly just seen it on TikTok because I get sucked in every day on TikTok. And these just pop up because I follow a lot of the keto hashtags. So I have not watched a lot of YouTube or Instagrammers on this because that's not something I follow. So, but I can just tell you on TikTok, yes, they seem to really promote it as a weight loss product. But that doesn't seem to be one of the claims to prove it. So I wanted to be very transparent about that. Let me tell you that you get, so in this packet, you get 10 what they call charged packets, which I have the empty ones. I saved some of the empty ones in here so you could see them. So we have like the charged packets, and then you have ones that are called uncharged. So they're like, they're white on here. And those ones have no caffeine. So and they have a little, like, this is what you do, little 10-day guide here on the side. So upon waking, you take the charged one. And then for lunch, it says you aim for a low-carb meal. Then mid-afternoon, you drink the uncharged one, so no caffeine. Then you have another low-carb meal. It says if you're hungry. And then after day 10, you drink Ketones daily, reboot monthly. So that is their recommended thing. Now, you do have a coach. The person you buy these from becomes your coach. They stay in touch with you, which mine was very good about doing that. Actually, I need to get back with her. I just been so busy this week. But she's there to help you. I was having some kind of weird symptoms, and I was talking to her about it, and so she gives you your suggestions. So they're very good. They're very good at what they do. The promoters, the coaches are very good about that. They're a very great resource. So they did their job. At least mine did. She did an excellent job of being there for you for anything. Now, I'll tell you the flavors. I loved all of them except for this one. This is the blueberry acai. I'm not a huge acai fan, so that was the main reason. The blueberry flavor was really good. The one that tasted absolutely amazing, which makes me want to find like some sort of like passion fruit drink enhancer, was this one. This is the True Passion. I'm assuming it's a passion fruit. That's what it tasted like to me. Amazing. Actually, like I said, all the flavors were good. Nothing, didn't have to like choke down anything. Even the blueberry one, they all tasted amazing. So I did make note of that in my notes, that they all tasted really good. The first day, so I did start out, I was on my weight, the very first day was 229.4. So that was my day one weight. Again, I just did it just for my own curiosity. It wasn't, and just so if people have a question of, did you lose a lot of weight? So I wanted to put that out there. The very first day, I noticed that after I drank my second one in the afternoon, I started feeling kind of flushed. I was trying to explain that to my coach in a way, but it was almost like, like if you were outside and maybe taking a long walk, or you're like just a brisk walk in the hot weather, and your cheeks get kind of red. That's how I felt. And I felt that way the first day, the second day, and then the third day it started going away. The second day, I did notice some energy, so the second and third day, I noticed I had quite a bit of energy. It wasn't like a skyrocket energy like you really see some of these people promote. However, that's also the day that it was like 80 degrees and the weather was a lot better. So I can't honestly, from my heart, tell you that this is what caused my increased energy, or was it the sun? Because you know how much we all love the sun, and especially if you've had a super long winter, the sun is just like, yes, thank you. And it just makes you happy, all over that vitamin D vibes, So I can't tell you if it was from this or not. However, I kind of feel like it was partly from this, just because of that flushed feeling. I really feel like that came from just because my body was like, I drink caffeine all the time. You guys know I am not sensitive to caffeine. I drink energy drinks, I drink coffee all day, not sensitive to caffeine. So for me, it wasn't the caffeine in here, but something was making me feel that way. I did notice day 2, day 3, for sure, my sleep was really good. I stopped drinking my sleep powder for a few days before starting this challenge. I had these for about a week before I started the challenge, and I wanted to stop a few things just to see if this would make things better. So I stopped drinking my electrolytes. I stopped drinking my Equip sleep powder, just so I could see, did these things also do the same thing? So that sleep powder, I love that stuff. So I did notice that day 2, when I woke up on day 2, I was like, wow, I slept so good. Day 2, day 3, really the whole time I drank this, slept amazing. I slept really good, felt good. When I woke up in the morning, I was wide awake, kind of the same as when I was taking that sleep supplement from Equip. So definitely this is good with that. It was kind of interesting because on day 3, I remember it's kind of a rough day at work and just rough day in general, but I still was in a good mood. And I did feel less stressed, and I really felt like I was able to let things go. Like I was, things were going on. It was just like, oh, whatever. I did have that, which was interesting. But again, the sun was still out. So was it that or was it these? It really, I don't know. But that was really the only day that I felt that. That was just one day. So I didn't feel that the rest of the time. I did feel, I was in a good mood, but again, it's been, really nice weather, but, I didn't have that same, just oh, let it go, that kind of thing. Day 4 was when some symptoms started. So I want to go into what some of the kind of bad symptoms can be. I really didn't find very many. The only thing I found, some of the negative feelings, was people being sensitive to the caffeine, which they say then just to drink the uncharged ones and don't get the other ones. Digestive stomach issues. So really those were the 2 things that I really found that were kind of negative on the forum. And so far I was not feeling any of that. But until day 4, and then I started getting a headache. And that was another thing that I found that some people complain about was headaches. Again, they thought they would attribute it to the caffeine. So I did, but it was like a small headache. And this is before I started having any of my sinus issues. So this is not the same timeline as what I'm going through right at this moment. So I started having just a little bit of a headache, but it was just in a weird spot. And it was just kind of there, kind of like one of those nagging headaches. And that's exactly what I had. It was just kind of like this nagging headache. And I had that for 3 days. It was day 4, 5, and 6. And also then day 4 started the digestive issues. So I did talk about that with my coach. And she said, well, one of the things to make sure that you need to do is to make sure you're drinking this at least an hour, in the morning before you eat anything. Also make sure in the afternoon you're drinking it at least 2 to 3 hours after you eat anything. And so that made sense. I didn't know that. I didn't really see that on anything here. So I changed that up. So day 4 and 5 were the worst days of that. So I kind of changed it up and I started doing that, and the digestive issues went away. So that definitely helped. However, really, I have to tell you, day 5 through day 10 was just kind of normal. I did not feel any I just felt normal. It was just normal time going on, stressed at work, but I didn't have any just outrageous yes, let's do this. I was doing my exercise bike the same as I always do. But nothing blew me away. It really didn't. Nothing just blew me away to where I, yeah. So, and let me tell you, as I'm talking here, I'm going to go ahead and, as I finish up, pop up here on the screen some of the foods I was eating throughout this, just so you know that I was still eating my regular low-carb, keto-friendly-ish, type food. So I'm going to just pop up here because I did take pictures of everything I ate throughout that time period. So I'm just going to throw some stuff up there just so you can see I did eat my regular stuff. So it wasn't like I was, restricting anything. I wasn't wasn't eating bad things to see if this would counteract that. I just ate my regular diet along with drinking this, and that way I could see. Now, let me tell you also, my day 10 weight was 227.2. So I did lose 2.2 pounds. Could I lose 2.2 pounds eating my regular diet in 10 days? Definitely. It really depends. Again, though, this is about fat burning. Probably your next question is going to be, was I testing my ketones when I was taking this? Yes, I was. I was checking them every day, an hour within drinking the first one, and then about an hour after drinking the second one. In the morning, I would notice I was in pretty good ketosis, where I was between 0.7 and 0.9. I don't think I ever hit over 0.9. In the afternoon, I would be around 0.5 to 0.7. That would be because after I ate throughout the day. However, there was like towards the middle of the 10 days, I noticed that my afternoon one, there'd be sometimes I was 0.3, 0.4. You know, it was, and also I did check in the morning. I went through a lot of ketone strips for this. I would check it in the morning when I first get up, and typically in the mornings, which is always, I'm usually 0.3, 0.4. So it would put me into ketosis after drinking this. But is it true ketosis? That's where the differing opinions come from. Is it true ketosis? These, they say they're the, you know, the only real natural ketones. But to me, I think the real natural ketones are the ones your body produces. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know science. I mean, that's probably the least subject I know about is science. So I don't know. I can't tell you that. I don't want to offend anybody who sells these, because that's great. You're making some, you know, you're doing what you want to do. You have yourself a little business. They work hard. I mean, these people on TikTok, they're working hard to promote their products. They're having to mail these out to people. It's a business for them. I'm not putting anybody down who sells them. I'm just saying I'm not going to sell them, because to me, I did not get this explosive, you know. So let's go back. Let's just go down the claims and benefits. And let me tell you, increased fat burning. I don't know. My clothes didn't fit any different after 10 days. Can you get that after 10 days? I don't know. Maybe if you drink these longer, you may get those results. And I do want to hear from you guys down in the comment section. Just know I'm not putting you down if you drink these at all. This is just my own honest opinion, and you guys know that. But let me know. I mean, maybe after you drink them for several months, you do start to see that changes in your body, you know, structure and all that. But also keto, you know, drinking, you know, being in ketosis in general, natural ketosis also is going to have increased fat burning. So eventually you're going to see those results anyway. That's how I'm looking at it. Improved focus and mental clarity. I did not notice that at all. Increased energy, I did talk about that. So possibly, was it from this? Was it from the sun? I don't know. Better mood, again, I talked about that. Appetite suppression, not at all. It was not an appetite suppression for me at all. Like, I still wanted to eat, did not go through any phases where I didn't want to eat. So no, that did not do it for me. Decreased inflammation. I have not noticed I've been inflamed at all. I've been working out, drinking a lot of water, so I haven't had any inflammation lately. Better sleep, yes. Improvement in athletic performance. I'm not an athlete. I don't know. I just do my little bike and that's it, so I can't really speak on that. Will I purchase these again? Probably not. It's just not for me. They were expensive. This box is $130. I got it for $99 because they were having a big sale. So would I spend that on there? Probably not. I don't see myself doing that. I don't see it being a thing. But again, no offense to anybody. To me, it just was not worth it. After the 10-day experience, it did not blow me away to the point where I want to call up my promoter and say, hey, send me some more. What do you have for me? I'm just going to stick on with my regular routine. If I lose, I lose. If I don't, I don't. I just know when I eat the low carb, keto friendly foods, I feel better physically in general anyway with my body, with the inflammation. That's why I'm not inflamed, I think, because I've been staying on track, and the way I eat anyway in general keeps me from being inflamed. So I just don't see this in my life. I don't see a reason for it in my life. I don't, I don't see me drinking these just because I don't, at this point in my life, I don't want them, and I don't see them being a benefit to my current routine. So there's my honest opinion on them. I'm hoping that people don't take any offense to this. If they love them, they sell them, they do whatever. Don't take offense to it. This is just my own honest opinion. I would hope that people would want to hear that, and people would want to understand that it's going to be different for everybody. You may love these, and that's great. They taste amazing. I will tell you that, yes, they taste amazing. They taste good. So I just don't want to pay $130 for something that tastes good when I can buy like water enhancers that taste good too. So again, just my opinion, doesn't fit in my lifestyle, doesn't fit in my budget. It's not for me. There we go. The 10-day Prove It Drink Ketones Challenge, and my opinion and my experience. If you have any other questions, want to have any kind of clarifications on anything I talked about, let's talk about it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.